Good afternoon, traders. This is Kevin Dixon with Market Traders Institute. Just want to take a little bit of time to talk to you about today's trading action. As today was September 20th, the big FOMC announcement we were waiting for. Janet Yellen comes down from Mars. She splashed down in the Indian Ocean. How is this going to impact the dollar? So yesterday the FOMC meeting began. Today at 2 p.m. was when we got the rates statement, and then 2:30 was the press conference. And boy, did they say something much ado about nothing. Now, when you're getting a fundamental news announcement like this, it's important to understand that there are relative fundamentals in the market that can in fact make the market move. The non-farm payroll numbers, those are big ones to watch. Rate announcements are always big ones to watch because that affects the perception of the way that that currency pair is going to strengthen up individually from one side to the other. I say one side to the other. Behind me right now, I'm going to show you what's happening with some of the dollars. Now this area I'm pointing out in the chart, this was right at the rate announcement time at 2. You can see that we've got this dollar yen trading down to a low of 111.35 to a high of 112.52. We're talking 120 pips in about 20 to 30 minutes. Most of that happened within the first 15. Up here with the Ultimate Market Scanner, these are all day trades that triggered on closing bell when we were discussing the rate announcement today. Every one of them is hitting a win. Each one of these points to dollar strength. Dollar franc, dollar yen, dollar CAD long, strong dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, pound dollar, euro dollar short, strong dollar, offsetting what's happening to the other currency pairs. Now, while this is exciting, this is really nothing to change the overall trend. The perception is going to be, well, what happens tomorrow? Well, remember, the market tends to have a very short-term memory. There's more happening this evening. As a matter of fact, the Bank of Japan is coming up with interest rates tonight. So look for the Bank of Japan to also offer a great deal of volatility in the Forex markets. The impact to the equities markets were just like we talked about. You saw a rally in your banking stocks, everything else dumped. But don't for 1 minute think the trend is over in any equities environment. The Dow Jones closed on all-time highs. So what are you going to do? You're going to short the stock market tomorrow? No, not yet. Whenever something happens to actually change the trend, you'll clearly recognize it with the trend. My point in explaining what's going on with the dollar basket was just to inform you of how the rate announcement impacted the markets. Now, something like this can happen at any given time. But one thing you want to make sure of, trade with stops, trade with targets. News can go for you, or news could go against you, depending on how it goes and how the market perceives it. I mean, I'm never going to say that I'm smart enough to know what everything is going to happen, because you know what? You can't be. Bad news can be good news can be bad news, and it's just very unpredictable to say which event is going to make things jump, which event is going to make things dump. But as long as you have a trading plan every time you trade, you're prepared and ready to go. So let's keep an eye on those yens tonight. We'll talk about this more on the opening bell. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Kevin Dixon, and we'll see you next time. Trade well.